I am making you try this guy. I don't try. I swear. I don't need to talk to you. Just go like this. I know where I start from. I know where I go. See, wait. If I remove myself from here, people will fail the wager. Get me. I'm talking anything. I know that. I'm not saying this is what I'm saying. I'm not talking from that. They don't go anywhere.
Koyin, you should ignore him.
You apologize, but I don't fucking them. Why? Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off, Rooboy. Don't piss me off. Don't fucking piss me off. What's your own? Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off.
Less than 2 weeks to the end of the show, and these housemates are still dragging each other for filth. Oh my goodness, I don't know where they get this audacity from. It's like chaos here, chaos there. This one is insulting this one. This one is throwing peppery food. These housemates, like Big Brother, I don't really know what to say about the level of discipline we've noticed from the show from the very beginning. But all I have to say is, if Big Brother didn't give a strike to, Ortega, when he choked Victory over the chicken fight, if he didn't give a strike to Sultana when she peed in Dede's box, if he didn't give a strike to Zita when she lunged at Mide with the pot in the kitchen and all of that, I don't think it's too late for Big Brother to do anything, honestly. This season 10/10, it's survival of the fittest too. Even violence, we are seeing violence being ignored by Big Brother. It's like he's turning a blind eye. Maybe he doesn't want them to be too careful, or he's just looking for any sort of entertainment. But I'm going to be dragging you, Big Brother, if you are watching this. Yes, I said it with my full chest. You have not disciplined these housemates enough. Because what do you mean you are throwing food at your fellow housemates? And you read the rule book before you came into the house. That is also regarded as violence. And Rooboy also retaliating and attempting to slap. It's just a lot, honestly, but I enjoy talking Big Brother, so this is what I'm here doing. A lot has been happening in the house in the last 24 hours, and I'll be giving you all the juicy details. In case you missed anything, you're at the right spot. Yes, I'll be counting down all the way from yesterday till today and all of the activities that have gone on in the house. Don't forget you're watching BB Niger Updates here on Leadership TV. I am Cynthia Onwado. Let's get right to it. From Faith fighting with the housemates over noise, also the Zita and Rooboy altercation, we'll be getting into that. Kola and Imisi, they started their sibling fight again. We'll talk about all of that. Also, Koyin and the call received from the red phone, I'll be getting into all of that. Also, the pool party and Isabella in her normal seductress fashion begging somebody for a kiss in the house, and finally Zita apologizing to the housemates. This and more is what I'll be talking about on the show today, so you want to watch till the very end. Please stay here with me. Do well to like our post, share our content, and also leave a comment. I really love to hear from you. So starting from the top now, yesterday we saw the housemates in the kitchen area. I don't know what they ate or drank, or maybe they had too much sugar, but they were so happy. They were drumming, singing religious song, hallelujah, all sort of chaos. Some people were hitting this instrument, this wooden instrument we used to turn gari now. Sorry for our non-Nigerian viewers, what we used to make solid food like fufu or gari and all of that. Some people were using it to hit on pots. Others were drumming on the kitchen table. They were just so happy. I don't know the source of happiness, or maybe one person just started it and others continued. But all of a sudden, we saw Big Brother calling Sultana, the HOH, into the diary room. The noise the housemates were making, it was even too intense for viewers because it was just so loud. They were losing their minds. Maybe happiness, or like I said earlier, something they ate. But I think it was also irritating to Big Brother because he called Sultana to the diary room. She was there for a while, and then when she came out, she announced that okay, they need to go to the living room and prepare for their wager, have some discussions on the wager. But then all of a sudden, we saw the camera going back to the kitchen, and Faith was screaming at the top of his voice and shouting that, okay, some of the housemates, they are making noise and all of that. And then we saw Koyin also. Koyin was shouting, don't tell me that. You don't have the right to tell me. There are a few housemates that were involved in this altercation, and there were some that were just quiet looking at them. We know that it was Faith versus Mensan, Koyin, and Mide. Those three people took it really serious. They didn't find it funny that Faith was trying to tell them to quieten the noise. But then on the other side, we saw Mide, Zita, and Sultana. They were kind of just folding their arms, looking at these housemates quarreling, you know, chaos, saying mean things to each other, and they're just dragging and dragging. Oh, this, you are stupid, you this short man. They were saying really mean things to Faith. I'm talking about Koyin, Mide, and Mensan. And then on one end, we saw Jason J also kind of siding with Faith also and saying, okay, if people are making noise, don't worry. Towards the end of the day at night, I'm not going to allow anybody sleep. I'm going to make noise. We're going to make so much noise. Since you people want to make noise, we are going to disturb everybody. And then suddenly we saw Kola, you know, coming out also. Earlier when the noise was really intense, I think he was, you know, sleeping, and he came out with his sleepy face and tried to also join them too. Imisi was also a part of the chaos. But these particular 4 people that I called, they carried the matter on their head though. But surprisingly, I don't really know whether there is a reason behind that. Jason J was on Faith's side and was talking about the fact that they were really making noise and, you know, they should not worry. Towards the end of the day, he's going to also make noise and disturb everybody. All of a sudden, while the insults were flying left, right, center, we also saw Faith, you know, saying, if you like, all of you should face me. I don't really care. 10 of you cannot, you know, cannot measure up to me. I am Faith. I am the foundation of this house. Nothing can move forward in this. You know normal Faith fashion now. You know normal Faith fashion. Faith will trigger you and just watch everything burn. And suddenly, Faith went to the corner of where they kept some of the brainstorming papers. They've done some brainstorming anyway for the wager for this week. And then he went and took the papers. He went and took the papers and tore these papers into shreds. He said, without me, this wager will fail. I'm taking myself out of this wager preparation. You people cannot do without me and blah, 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 blah. And the housemates were very angry. K-Bobo especially took it the hard way. What do you mean this wager will fail without you? Who are you? And at a point, Faith stopped talking, stopped quarreling. He was just sitting down quietly and watching them crash out. They were really angry. And it's funny because they weren't really saying anything to Jason J that was facing, or rather that was supporting Faith. They were more on Faith. You know how Faith is. Faith just lights a matchbox and then he watches everything go up in flame. Faith is, I don't know the language to use for him now. He's intense. I don't know if to call him an instigator. He just has a way to trigger you. You know, you see everywhere will just be peaceful, and Faith just has to make a statement. He just has to drop something and everything goes up. And the funny thing is that it seems like these housemates have not learned who Faith is. They keep falling into his trap. That's the funny thing. They have not sat down to really figure out the kind of person he is, because Faith has this attitude of, you tell him something and he elaborates it into a big situation. You cannot quarrel with Faith and say, okay, it's going to end. Faith is going to take it to the highway with you. He has no boundary. That is something about, he has no boundary. He would take it to the high point with you and watch you crash out. And at a point, he just folds his arms and look at you, you know, look at you crash out and just lose your mind. At a point, the guys, especially K-Bobo, Mensan, were going on and on and on, you know, at him. Why will you tell us that the wager will not work without you? This issue was about noise. So why did it become about wager? And you feeling like you are more intelligent than us, this wager will not work. And we need your idea, we need your input. If you take yourself away from the wager, we are going to fail it, blah, blah, blah. That triggered them the more and really annoyed them. And they were just going on. And Faith, in his normal fashion, just went to a corner and folded his arms and was looking at them. And while this chaos was going on, Big Brother, I'm sure Big Brother was so tired. Like, he was like, what is going on? That's why Big Brother took that 1 week leave. He just needed to go and work on his mental health. Because his housemates are too much. They are intense. At a point, Big Brother, you know, called Sultana again to the diary room, and she came back and said, okay, they have to go out to the garden area to do their whole sip and paint task, you know, for the smell of tax. And then they just took, that was how the quarrel kind of ended, and they just took themselves out of the living room. You know, when they came back after the sip and paint also, there was still kind of a bit of tension. I know Koyin especially took it quite hard. I really don't know why. Koyin took it really hard. At a point, he was at a face-off with Faith, and they were going at each face to face with each other. The red telephone rang now. The normal fashion, people that have been ringing the phone so far, we've seen people get evicted just for ringing the picking up the phone. So some of the housemates were scared, especially Imisi. Imisi said, please, I'm not picking that phone. No, anybody that wants to pick the phone should come and pick the phone. And Koyin, you know, took up that confidence, and he boldly went and he picked up, the phone. Let us listen to what Big Brother's Ninja had to say to him when he picked up the phone. We'll come and talk about it.
That's this offer on behalf of the house. Please know that it will come at a cost of 4,550,000 naira, which will be deducted directly from the season's prize money.
Okay.
What will it be?
I'll accept.
Very well.
Yes.
The house will receive messages from loved ones.
Okay.
Koyin,
Yeah.
remember, you are not permitted to discuss this conversation
Okay.
or even the existence of this offer with any other housemates
Alright.
while you remain in Big Brother's house.
Alright.
Do you understand?
Alright.
You may hang up the red telephone.
I don't know how much is going to remain from this winner's money, 150 million. I don't know how much the winner is going to take home, but Big Brother is, it's kind of synonymous with anything he does for you, you would have to pay for it. It's like Joanna and Dede when they had their whole 1 week in the secret room. We know almost how many million now was taken away from the prize money. Though I love the changes and all of that, you can't just get anything for free. But I was hoping that when it comes to speaking to their housemates, Big Brother was going to do something quite dynamic. Maybe back to the second season rather, where we had Bisola Efe. We had their loved ones come into the house, walk into the house. Big Brother told all of them to freeze. And then their loved ones were just giving them, praises, talking to them. Oh, I'm proud of you. You've done so well. And they had to freeze while their loved ones was there. Their loved ones were there. And you could just feel the emotions. They were all in tears. I would love to see that again. I would love for Big Brother to bring that back. Big Brother, do what you like, but I'm just giving my own suggestion. I don't understand this whole 4.5 million matter to hear from your loved ones. I don't really know if it's the loved ones are going to just send a video and then they will have to sit in the living room and watch it. That's Big Brother has been doing that over and over in the last 3-4 seasons. We just want him to do something different, just like I talked about their family, friends, and their brothers and sisters coming into the house, and just the housemates seeing them and not being able to really talk to them. But the experience is something that really stays with you. But Koyin accepting the offer for all the housemates to hear from their loved ones for 4.5 million. He later on, pranked them with this, but I'll be coming back to that. The housemates went for their Smirnoff tax, and they came back into the house, and another chaos. Hey! Another chaos erupted. You apologized, you did not apologize. It seems Rooboy did something to Zita while the tax were going on, because we didn't really get the full story. The camera just went to the dining area where we had Zita, Rooboy, Kola, Isabella. They were eating, and Zita had this plate of noodles.
You didn't apologize, but that is
Rooboy. Oh, you apologized. You didn't apologize. You didn't apologize. You didn't apologize. And then all of a sudden, hey, she just poured the plate of food on Rooboy, and in normal, reflex action, he stood up and lunged back at her, trying to slap her. She kind of blocked his hand. Thank God the slap did not land on her face, because we don't know how she would have survived. But I don't know what gives any housemate in that house the audacity to get physical with anybody. We've seen so many of them try to get physical with each other, and it scares me. And it seems like the only person that have not been able to get away with that was Bright Morgan. Remember when Bright Morgan lunged at Faith, where they were having an argument over wager preparations, and he just lunged at him and tried to hit him, and then Bright Morgan got 2 strikes at a spot, like immediately. But then we've seen so many other housemates get away with this, physical violence. And Big Brother, are you asleep or something? Are you not seeing this? Because what will give Zita the right to throw her peppery plate of food on her fellow housemate? That is violence. I don't care what kind of anger you have in you, but getting physical with another person, that person has their own family and loved ones watching them, and then you are getting physical and they feel so helpless. It's like, okay, my loved one is not safe in Big Brother's house. And that is one thing Big Brother guaranteed, for all of the housemates, that their safety is guaranteed. Their safety comes first. So who are you to now come and be, carrying out that kind of violent act? That is unacceptable. Big Brother has not reacted up to this very moment that I'm speaking to you, but I'm hoping he would say something about this. Although Zita has apologized, we will look into that apology as we progress. But, you know, I don't know if Big Brother will still sweep this one under the rug like he has been doing the entire season. And they just have less than 1 week to go, less than 2 weeks. And some people are saying, this is your village people beating drum on your head because you're almost at the finish line. And why would you want to spoil it with something like that? Zita is one very intelligent housemate that I really like. I really like her. She's intelligent. She's, you know, a vital member of that house. But I have just seen some weird attitude from her. It's like she's always angry, she's unforgiving. She talked about even her parents, you know, oh, she just wants to be free, you know, her parents are this, her parents are that, they don't even know that she's in the Big Brother house. She just has this really strong rebellious attitude, and for somebody of that young age, it's quite scary. You know, it's something that I hope she really works on. But looking at all of this, I am not for violence, but I think she deserved the slap Rooboy gave back to her. I will not support violence in any form, but you know, Rooboy longing back at her, it's like, why would you want to be physical with me and you expect me to just sit and look at you? Some people would say, okay, he's a man, he's supposed to suck it up and just ignore her. Oh, he's a woman acting out. You're supposed to just accept it or forgive. But how long or how, you know, constantly do you want somebody to react when somebody is physical with them? They'll have to defend themselves, or the normal human instinct is to retaliate. But this is just something that's very scary. I hope Big Brother looks into this. Moving on now, the camera also showed us the kitchen area. We got to see Imisi and Kola. And in normal Kola fashion, you see this guy, but I'm just tired of him. Some people are saying Kola's mouth was not massaged when he was a kid because he talks too much. Some people would want to even bring the whole gender thing into it. Oh, he talks too much for a man. He talks too much for whether you are a man or you're a woman. I believe that everybody should be able to control their mouth and the kind of things you say, knowing that you are even under the watchful eyes of the camera 24/7. So I think you should bridle your tongue and measure the kind of thing that comes out of it, because how would you consistently be measuring who is going to win the show, who is not going to win the show? This person has a strategy, this person doesn't have a strategy. Oh, you will win, you will not win. And then in normal Kola fashion, he was telling Missy yesterday, oh, you're going to win the show, and she was very unhappy about it. She reprimanded him and said, okay, don't say those kind of things, don't put me into trouble. Why will you even be saying those kind of things out? I'm not a spiritual person, but when you keep talking about, you know, the future, I know you are going to do this, you're going to do that, the walls have ears, and you don't even really know if people are happy that you are going to have something positive like that. It's a competition, by the way. You have your competitors all around you, and then you just sit and be saying that openly. That's quite scary. But let's listen to this, and then we'll come back to talk more about Imisi and Kola.
Big.
Okay, don't worry, I won't say anything again. It's okay. I feel like it's a fight and you can taste it, like you say, you can smell it. You're so cruel. This one, you don't get problem. I don't taste it. I think they tell you.
I could just say that to me. I don't like. That's how you put people in trouble.
Why you shout? You see what I'm saying?
So, like, because you just want to put me in trouble. You keep saying that. You keep saying.
I'm trying to wish you well.
You wish me.
Is it Mide? What I said, is it a bad thing or a good thing?
Because, see, once you have this kind of...
I'm hoping.
You now put me in that color already thinks... That's how they said for these people. Tell me, Joanna, that they will not... Now they're not saying you're so sure. I beg.
Okay, don't worry, I won't say anything again. It's okay. The bit is dramatic.
It's not being dramatic.
Just go.
Some people have scrutinized Imisi and Kola's relationship in that house over and over again. They believe that he is using her because, as he has said continuously, I believe you are going to win. You are a winner. I see it. People like you and blah, blah, blah. So I don't really blame people that scrutinize his closeness, you know, to her. Some people have said, oh, it's because she cooks for him. Oh, it's just a sibling love. Oh, it's because of this. It's because of that. But when he says things like this, you begin to take your mind back to some of his words. Is that the basis of this friendship? Is he trying to gain something by associating with her? It's just like him and the whole day romantic, you know, pursuit that he has been on throughout the season. you know, he's kind of, it's kind of like, okay, I want an aesthetic sheep. You know, she's one of the most beautiful girls in the house. She's one of the prettiest girls in the house. I want to go after her so that people will say, okay, this is a sheep and they will vote for us and this and that. You know, now, you know, that kind of thing. So when you see them say things like this, you begin to measure, is this a strategy? Is this not a strategy? But this is something Kola has been saying for some time now, and it's quite irritating to listen to, because why will you keep telling her, oh, I believe you win, you win, you win? How do you know? How are you so sure? Really? Moving on now, we also saw while they were playing snooker, you know, after the task, Mensah was trying to talk to, you know, their earlier altercation during the day now where they were all screaming at each other. Yeah. And Mensah tried to talk to Faith and say, okay, take it easy on yourself, take it easy on Koyin. And I know you are angry with Koyin, but I want you to calm down and this and that. And Mensah just strikes me as a, I don't know, a two-faced. Some people will drag me for this, but I just see Mensah as two-faced. I'm sorry. Mensah is not the kind of person that says something and stands on his feet. It's just like what Ibata used to drag him for, that he say things behind people's back and go in front of them and laugh with them and all of that. Okay, there are 3 particular people that were dragging Faith for his statements. Talking about, oh, you can't do without me, you know, in the wager task, tearing the sheets or the sheets of paper where he wrote the ideas. That's Mensah, Koyin, and Mide. And then Mensah just going behind and say, okay, Faith, and let us settle and blah blah blah. It's giving shady, it's giving two-faced. I really don't understand. I can't really read Mensah. Sometimes it seems like there's this mask. He wears a mask. I'm not talking about his frequent tears in the diary room where he goes in and then he starts talking about stories about his life and how he suffered. Oh, his mother this, his father that. It's giving me two-faced. I'm sorry. Okay, let's move on now to the pool party. Of course, the housemate got ready for the pool party, and it was all vibes. I really loved some of the outfits that the girls were wearing. Yeah. Even Koyin was giving me joy yesterday. Oh, see the way he was twisting and whining, and Koyin is one person that I look for doing the parties both Thursdays and Saturday. Koyin, Jason J, Joanna, they always do it for me. Okay, now moving on. Now after the pool party, the housemates came back into the house. And Koyin tried to prank some of the housemates. So let's listen to these, referring back to the red telephone call that he picked, and then he came and pranked the housemate. Let us watch this video. We'll be back.
I'll be evicted tomorrow. I'm serious. And they said I should pick someone. I'm serious. Okay, like, and they said I should pick someone. And I picked Didi. So can you calm down, please? I'm actually serious about what I'm saying. So yeah, they said I should pick someone, so I picked Didi. So in case you might not see me by tomorrow morning, so I'm not in the house. So that's the information I said I should give you. So they said I should tell you guys after the party. That's the information.
Okay, Koyin told the housemates that Big Brother said that he's going to be evicted today, Friday, and that he should pack his bag, and he had to select one housemate to be evicted with, and he picked Dede. That was so funny to me. Also watching Dede's reaction, I say, okay, why did you pick me? Why didn't you pick Isabella? Isabella is the love of your life. Why did you come all the way to pick me? Why am I the collateral damage? Why was my name the first that you mentioned? But of course, he, you know, had to confess later on and said, okay, it's a prank. It's because of this. It's because of that. Oh, that wasn't what happened. This was what we discussed and all of that. After the party also, Isabella in her normal seductress fashion, she had to chase Mensah all the way to the room and say, oh, I'm the queen of Sherere, you are the king of Sherere, why are you running away from me? And she was kind of begging him for a kiss. I really don't know what that dynamic is about. But let us watch this. I have my own theory. I'll be coming back to talk about this. Let us watch this video and we'll be back.
Like twice. Night hall. I want just a kiss. Come.
Kiss.
No. Come. Come. Yeah, I hope. Are you scared?
I'm not scared.
Do I have mouth odor?
That is not the issue.
So what is the issue?
The issue is that there is a man popping outside there.
I don't give it. You are here for a fucking show.
Yeah, doesn't mean that I must kiss.
No. So if you're an actor and you're kissing in the movie scene, what will you do? Okay, think that this is a movie.
They have this in the lip water.
Yeah, that's what she will see.
No, they normally edit it.
And yeah, she will see the edited part.
No, this is a reality.
It is a movie too, they can edit.
This is a reality.
Reality TV too, then they edit. What are you
Everything's already...
Then they edit.
Stop now.
I'm serious.
Mensan had to run away from Isabella, reminding her that, okay, I have this dark-skinned caramel beauty at home waiting for me. I have a girlfriend. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. I don't really know what Isabella was trying to achieve, but I noticed that, and this is my own theory, you might disagree with me. I noticed that during the day, I was seeing this kind of closeness between Dede and Koyin that I've not noticed in the last maybe 2 weeks, since this whole Isabella Koyin stuff became, intense. I kind of saw Dede take a step back away from Koyin with their whole bestie ship. Oh, my bestie, laying on the bed together, he cleaning her makeup. All of those just came to an end. But yesterday, we're seeing the vibe between Dede and Koyin, and they were just kind of, it reminded me of what they used to have before. I don't really know whether that was what Isabella noticed, that she was trying to get Mensan to, kiss her and all of that. Although, when they went back to the garden and they were discussing about it, Sultana was saying, okay, it's Mensan, we're trying to do this, we're trying to create drama. And Isabella kind of confessed that, okay, she did this on purpose because she was trying to look for drama. I don't know how true that is. Isabella, you really can't read her with her whole seductress body language and all of that. But moving on now, later this morning or earlier this morning, Zita, gathered the housemates, or rather they were gathered already in the living room, and she kind of apologized to the house and also apologized to Rooboy. Let us watch her apology and we'll come to talk more about it.
For my body before. None of them don't try me. None of them, not to say cap or anything. And there's nothing I can do to you, nothing. They're my sister. Say that my brother pour something for me, I won't beat her. Not be beat her now. I'm not going to settle fight for her. I won't be beat her. So it be. Me, I regard you as my sister, but you know you regard me as your brother. Now, you regard me as person, you say, if you try shit, I want you get it, but I don't feel lie to you. Even I don't feel do one. They cannot cap for you. I don't feel do one. Forget that they always talk if anybody whine me. Now talk, go talk. I don't feel do one.
I don't know why. Thinking about it now, it made no sense whatsoever for a conversation to lead to anything that would hurt somebody. I would say, I'm sorry, and he would say, oh, it's fine, da-da-da. And that even makes it worse, because I wish he could give me back the heat so I know that, oh, okay, he has put it out, right? But I just...
Zita. I really don't know why she's apologizing to all of the housemates, because I think Rooboy, the person you poured peppery noodles on, was the major person. But I have a theory. I think maybe it is just to have a soft landing from Big Brother. Big Brother has not said anything regarding this, remember? And I'm sure she would have that fear in her mind, like, oh, what's Big Brother going to do to me? What is my fate? So gathering the housemates and trying to apologize, I think in a way it's kind of apologizing to Big Brother. And maybe we, the viewers, too. Maybe with the viewers, it's like, oh, I'm sorry that I acted out of character. I was violent. Please forgive me and all of that. Although I saw one of the housemates' face. He was not buying it, Koyin. Koyin was not buying that apology. You could just see the side eye he gave. And, please. Koyin was not buying it at all. Remember the revelation Ebuka made last Sunday, asking Zita why she made that comment to Kola about Koyin, like, okay, Koyin is one of the people in this house that she doesn't really trust. He doesn't understand him. There are some things he does and he confuses her. So from that part, since that day, hey, Koyin doesn't have any good thoughts about Zita. So these are apologies. Like, it went over his head. He said, "Oh, it's normal Zita. It's normal violent Zita." So he wasn't buying it. But let us wait and see what Big Brother, how he would react to this particular act. There are a lot of calls on social media like, Big Brother, you cannot ignore this one. Rooboy has forgiven her. He has done this. He has done that. But how long will you continue to ignore? But me, Big Brother, the show is already ended. Just the way you've been turning a blind eye to all the violence we've been seeing throughout this season, just continue like that. That is my own. There is no need, because it will be a waste of time. If you didn't do anything about Sultana peeing in Dede's box, you didn't do anything about Ortega choking victory, you didn't do anything about Zita even throwing a pot at Mide, and it's the same thing we are talking about. If Zita was punished when she did what she did to Mide, we will not be seeing a second, we will not be seeing a second act. That's the thing about discipline and punishment. If people are not corrected for their bad actions, there won't be any change. So sometimes discipline is necessary. If Zita was not punished, if Zita was punished back then when she threw a pot at Mide, we will not be seeing this second reaction. It's like a wake-up call, like, okay, sit up, change your attitude, change this or change that. But then we are seeing the same person that was violent before being violent again. So that says something about the entire brand. Like, don't they have a way to enforce some of the rules being broken, rules that are in the rule book? Don't they have a way of enforcing, or is this how they will continue to turn a blind eye? But we have less than 2 weeks. Big Brother, just the way you've been letting other ones go, just let this one go. All right, let it go and ignore as you've been doing in your normal fashion. Maybe it's when they break somebody's head, that is when you will now decide and stand your ground and say you want to do something about it. But I really loved how Rooboy responded to Zita. It was painful watching him trying to wash up the pepper from his eye, and he was struggling. It was really painful. When did it get to this point? All right, he spoke to her like a junior sister, like his elder brother that's trying to correct a junior sister, like, okay, I'm not happy with what you did. Although he said we can no longer be friends because I can't predict what you do tomorrow, and I don't like being friends with violent people. And you could just see her bending her head down, like a realization. Okay, I did something bad. I realized what I did. I'm sorry about it. Just the banter, the back and forth. I really loved it. But Zita is one girl that I like. I really hope that she changes when it comes to, some of this attitude. She's like 22 or 23. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. She still has a long, a long time to learn and unlearn things like this. All right. But then it's exciting in the Big Brother house. It's getting, it's getting intense. The drama. I give it to this housemates. There's still a lot to talk about to the ending of the show. Normally, in normal Big Brother seasons, it's like, oh, it's 1 week to go, it's 2 weeks to go, and there's really nothing to talk about. But these housemates are they're still giving us, content, and they should continue to give us content. We are here for all of that. But I'm so excited to see who leaves the house this Sunday. We know so all the housemates are up for eviction except the head of house and also K-Bobo, who have, immunity. We'll be back next week with more episodes of Big Brother Naija. I'm still Cynthia Onado. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last word.